Hey everybody. I, uh, I know some people do not like personalities that giggle and chortle a lot, but that's my nature. And this has certainly been a comic release for me. I am making my first welcome video 5 years late. So I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago, and I'm just now welcoming you with this welcome video to my channel to give you a little information about what I'm all about. So this is like take number 37. And by the way, I quit doing takes and now I'm cutting and pasting. So we'll see. We'll see how all this gets put together. I've been bumping the microphone and I've been having glare on my glasses and many comical things occurring. I have a great sense of humor, I think. So my wife and I, that's one thing we have in common, our sense of humor. And speaking of my wife, she's been incredibly supportive of my flying. So if you want to learn to fly, step number one, get a spouse or significant other partner that supports your flying hobby. And my wife has been awesome about that. So I'm now on my third airplane. So she's been supportive of that. The first airplane was a mistake. It was something I could not afford, and it ended up taking too much of my time. And we had some marital issues related to that. I had a young daughter at the time, and I had a job where I was working 60 hours a week, and then so on. So when you're reasonable and you plan and you're successful like I've been, after that first airplane, I managed to advance fairly rapidly in my career, and despite daughters who greatly disappointed me by getting into Ivy League colleges and costing me a lot of money. I'm joking, of course. Very proud of them. But they're 4 years apart, and there was 8 years I did not fly because I had to pay tuition and all the things related to children going to college and so on. But I've been very lucky. I own a Cessna 172 RG. It's hangared at Pearland Regional Airport. But if you go back 5 years ago, I was flying a Piper Warrior. So I could relate my entire flying history. I'm not going to do that. I have related my flying history in one of my videos titled Last Airplane, one of my more popular videos. And I will continue to give historical anecdotes related to flying and other things because I find it to be fascinating. I was reminded recently, for example, that when I got my private pilot license and went flying for the first time with my wife and young daughter, there were no headsets. So in hindsight, my young daughter was about 3 years old, and you really should not take a 3-year-old in a noisy airplane without some hearing protection. So I did. It's a bad father. But to talk to air traffic control, I had to talk into a microphone and listen on the speaker. And I was flying out of Raleigh-Durham Airport. So I was flying in controlled airspace and so on. But that is for another time. I will continue to relate these stories, how things have changed, what a wonderful world we live in, and so on. One reason I'm filming here in my beautiful home office, which, as you can tell, is not a professional video studio. I'm filming here rather than in my airplane because my airplane is down for some work that's being done. I'm having a new interior put in the airplane. I normally, if I'm going to be a talking head in my video, I normally do it in the cockpit. And I'm emulating many wonderful YouTube personalities. Josh of Aviation 101, for example, will narrate in the cockpit of the airplane. Fly with Kay, who's one of my neighbors here at Sugar Land Airport. I'm located at Pearland Regional Airport. Fly with Kay narrates from the cockpit. If you go beyond aviation, you'll see many YouTube personalities will narrate from a car. They'll park their car somewhere and just start talking to a camera and post the content. And many of those are very good. The people have a great sense of humor and it's very entertaining. But my primary goal for having this channel is to share my videos with family and friends and then anyone else who wants to tag along. I've been doing that for years with Facebook, And I just find YouTube is a nice media for. I have friends that don't have a Facebook account, and you don't have to have a YouTube account. You log in, and I can give them links to my videos, and they can watch my videos. So I lived in North Carolina for many years. I lived in Southern California for many years. Now I live in Pearland, Texas, and so some of those friends that I still have in California and North Carolina watch my YouTube content, and occasionally they'll comment on it. That was the primary purpose for the channel, is to share videos related to my flying with family and friends. The second purpose is to promote general aviation. And what is general aviation? Well, it's to promote flying in little airplanes. General aviation isn't just flying in little airplanes, but it includes flying in little airplanes. So I specifically want to promote flying in little airplanes. So I want to promote and encourage people who want to learn to fly, people that are being discouraged during their training, people that have a private pilot's license and are being discouraged, and so on. I'd like to keep them encouraged. I'd like to remove obstacles that prevent them from enjoying the freedom of flight here in the United States. And it's the freedom to fly, it's not free to fly. So freedom and free are different things, and sometimes politicians confuse those. But it's not free to fly, but we have the freedom to fly. And if you don't believe how much freedom we have, talk to a pilot who flies small airplanes in the United Kingdom. Talk to someone who flies small airplanes in Europe. So anyway, that's the purpose of the channel. And the purpose of this video is to welcome you to my channel. And I'll end with a little slideshow of some of my history flying. And I'll thank you for watching. And I hope that I can provide content that will keep you informed and entertained. So thanks for watching.